Alright, I got another game in the Republique. I think I played 2 games in the Republic today. One was a low damage, 3 kill game that we lost. Our team basically folded like a lawn chair, and it's pretty depressing, but anyways, I decided to play another one right after it, and I guess you're going to be lucky enough to see it. Ironically, one of the Shimas in this game, he's not the Shima that goes to the cap that I go to, was in the last game, and he spent the entire game chasing a Yamato around the map from behind, torping him with his 20 km torps.
Massive storm moving in.
So I'm gonna skip through the beginning of the map, or the beginning of the game. There's a little bit of banter in the chat. Basically, the Shima that did nothing the whole last game tells everybody how he's gonna go to B, try to cap, and spot. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna support that dude. He was such a turd burglar in the last game. I wish him luck. So, anyways, I follow this other Shima to B. I push pretty aggressively up on this flank, hoping that because of the islands I can stay concealed and then pop out and surprise some ships. I'm getting rid of this screen so I can take a screenshot. I'm sorry, I'm getting rid of the some of the panes on the screen so I can take a screenshot so I can use that later when I put the video up on YouTube. Something I always forget to do, but I managed to do it this time. Try to take a snipe at that Seattle. I knew he was going to be a thorn in the side of my Shima, hiding behind that island with radar. It's not very nice of him. Ironically, I got like 3K on him. For some reason, if I'm in a cruiser and the Republic does that to me, they get like a double citadel and basically pretty much blat me right from the get-go. But whatever. One of the guys in chat is asking if a Shima has 20 km torps, and according to my little team panes, both of the enemy Shimas have 20 km torps. So yeah, I kind of chime in about that, and that is basically the end of my chat banter. Things kind of get hot and heavy here with that DD. He's kind of getting screwed right now. I'm trying to help him out. I know that Zhao poses a big threat. He's obviously radared or something, because there's all kinds of shots going in on him, it looks like. So I try to help him out the best I can. I surely didn't leave him hanging. Hit the Zhao pretty hard. Ironically, our Shima that was at B firing 20 km torps ends up sinking a Baltimore. Managed to get a fire on this Kurfürst. I believe it's on this Kurfürst. I had switched my secondaries to him, and it seems like they fired one little salva, and somehow I got him on fire. Our Minotaur goes down. Our Minotaur was in a division with a Worcester. I'm not really sure what happened over there. My guess is they were hiding in smoke, and somebody used a spotter plane, maybe. Blind fired into the smoke. If so, good for them. Don't get me wrong, I love playing the Minotaur. I also like blapping them in smoke, so. And I will definitely go out of my way to blind fire even, and try to get one in smoke, because they are super, super annoying. Let alone a Minotaur and a Worcester in smoke. So I switch over to HE because this guy is turning out on me, and I fire a couple of shots. Of course, the very first salvo he fires breaks my gun, so I had to use my repair to get that back up online. And then right after that, you guessed it, fire. It is what it is. I don't even think I cared during the game. I mean, it's kind of annoying to burn for 30 or 40 seconds, but yeah, I'm gonna focus on doing what I can to this guy. There's an island off my port side, and I don't really want to go too far past that. That'll open me up to about 1 billion ships over there. So I'm gonna try to deal with this curve first the best I can. I'm using AG. I've got a couple of fires on him. I've actually done a fair amount of damage to him because I think I only had about 15k to the Zao and 2 or 3 to the Seattle. So everything else has been this guy, and most of it via fires at this point. I think I fired 1 AP salvo at him, and then I switched to HE, and I get another couple fires. So that's a good deal. He does burn his repair. I do switch over to AP because I did see the Seattle peeking its rump out from around this island. But at this point I start to turn in, and there, speaking of rumps, peeking out from behind an island. I fire a salvo just from my front ones, and it managed to get a Citadel and take him out. Of course, as soon as one ship goes away, the Hindi comes out. And the curve first is still taking some shots at me. It's kind of being annoying. See if I can punish this Hindi a little bit. It's not really giving me a flat broadside, but with the penetration of these shells from these guns, it's always a good idea to take a shot. Sometimes you get the screwiest luck when it comes to big pens or citadels or odd angle citadels. So coming back towards the sea cap, you'll notice the Cleveland that kind of went into the cap with me or up toward the cap with me is way behind me. Or fire off a salvo at this Yamato. He is showing me a really nice broadside. I'm gonna get 3 citadels for 48,000. This Yamato is just at 72,000 health, so somebody else must have hit him pretty hard. And I'm trying to finish him off. And yeah, I'm not sure. It looks like the video and the audio is a little out of sync. I'm not sure what caused that. I might have to reboot my PC. I just did a driver update and I didn't reboot it, so it is what it is. Well, here I am. I'm actually snagging the screen captures here. There's the Worcester. Or is it the Cleveland? I don't remember. That's the Worcester, actually. Yeah, that Worcester that was hiding in smoke with the Minotaur now hiding behind me. Go figure. So, I'm down under 50% health. We do end up losing that Shimakaze. I wish he would have came a little bit closer to me. At least we could have spotted these guys at the same time. And then between my firepower and his torpedoes, we would have posed a pretty good threat to these guys. Thinking that the Kerfers had already fired on the Shima, I incorrectly decided to turn out some and ended up paying for that. Kerfers hit me pretty hard. I returned the favor to his Hindenburg. I don't get a Citadel, but I did about 15,000 damage, and I got, I believe that's Confederate. And of course I have to deal with Hindenburg AG spam. And trying to finish off this curve first. You'll notice that my full health Montana has come out of nowheres to join the fight just in time to secure that curve first. literally a full health Montana. What are we, 11 minutes into the game? Yeah, good job, dude. Appreciate it. Jump in anytime and help me out. So, I think it's the second or third ship that I've done a buttload of damage to, and somebody else has secured the kill. So, off to the next obstacle. Or hurdle. Ironically, we had a pretty good ship lead, and we've since lost the ship lead. Things are even now as far as ships go, and the red team has 2 caps, although we just started contesting the B cap. And that other awesome Shima is out of the game also. But we do have a gearing, and they do have a Shimakaze and a gearing. Hopefully I will not run into either of those. That would not be good for me in a storm. And I get spotted, and I come out next to a broadside Montana. And I hit him for 16 or 18k. I'm not sure what that actually said, but it was a fair amount of damage. Turn out a little bit. Get my guns on him again, and end up getting a 12,000 damage salvo. Again, no Citadel, unfortunately. I'm probably not aiming at the correct spot. I am not the best battleship captain. That also gave me high caliber, which is badass. And yeah, there's my full health Montana, totally getting his ass kicked, torped, and fighting this battleship. This Curfers. So I'm trying to finish the Curfers off, not necessarily to help the Montana, but just to get rid of them. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. The Montana ran aground, and literally 30 seconds ago that dude was full health, and now he's gone. And really all he did was secured the ship it. Was it the Curfers he finished off with a couple thousand health? Maybe even less than that. Ironically, we have just about a full health Iowa over here also. Spot the Hindi for a second. Managed to get shots off on him. Not a bad. No Citadel, but 10k damage, 9k damage. It's not too shabby. And of course, our more or less full health Iowa jumps into the fight. And yeah, I'll try to finish off this Hindenburg. However, I totally not really sure what happened with that salvo. Kind of hoping my secondaries will finish him off, but I think I've lost a bunch of my secondaries. I should have actually checked in the game. It didn't seem like I was getting a whole lot of secondary shots off. So my guess is between the Curfers and the Hindenburgs that I fought earlier on, or the one Hindenburg, they did pretty good amount of damage to my secondaries. I fire a salvo on this Hindenburg, trying to get rid of him. Of course, we leave him with like 28 health. Is that what that said? Wow. And the Iowa finishes it off. So the Iowa finished off both of these Hindenburgs, who I did a fair amount of damage to both of them. And yeah, he gets wiped out. And he was what, 75% health? So, I don't even know what to say anymore. But anyways, great game. As far as I'm concerned, high caliber Confederate. I'm sitting on 248,000, and Zhao is still at the A cap. He secured that, so we really got this wrapped up. The Montana has to push into us if he even wants to win, and honestly, he's last time he was seen, he was pretty low. He's got 0 kills. In chat, they're giving kudos to the Iowa for taking on the two Hindenburgs, and lo and behold, I spot this Montana, fire a salvo, and send him back to port. That wraps up that game. Yeah, pretty good game. Got 400 points for the Sharks. Won the battle, destroyed a couple ships, and got a bunch of heroic achievements. So kind of cool. Yeah, high caliber, confederate, fireproof, dreadnought are my awards or achievements. 880,000 credits, 5 citadels, 2 ships sunk, 266 XP, or 266 damage, 2578 XP. Where did our Montana finish? Pretty damn low, as did our Shima and our Iowa. Yeah. That's kind of how the game I had was earlier. I got 3 kills, but only did 70,000 damage. So, yeah, did good damage to a bunch of ships. Kerfers, Montana, and Yamato. Both of the Indies, the Seattle. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.